Hey, you guys, I just wanted to come back to talk to you again. I missed you guys. No, I didn't. I just wanted to share this with you. Could you imagine? No, I didn't. I just wanted to share it. I saw something last week, twice already. Earlier in the week when I went to, have something serviced on my car again, I was in there and I noticed it was weird. It was like blacks were on this side and was on that side. And then Saturday, I went out. I was by myself because I was running errands and stuff. And then I decided to go in and get something to eat. Sometimes I'll eat in my car, but most of the time I like sitting at the table, so I eat. So I ate inside. And then next thing you know, it happened again. It was like blacks were all sitting on one side. And I was like, oh my goodness, what is going on here? And I don't know about you, but the level of disrespect lately, it's like something's going on in the air. So you guys just be watchful, be prayerful, be careful, because it's starting to happen. And I'm not saying, I don't think he's to blame for it. I really don't. I'm sorry, I don't agree with that. I don't think he's to blame for it at all. I just think that's just the world just being mad. And they want it to look like he's the bad person, which I don't think he is. And he's not. He's from New York, so I'm sorry. New Yorkers are smooth people. And I don't, like I said, I don't agree with everything about the man, but I like a lot of the things he's, this I have to tell you guys. Oh my goodness. So earlier I was in the store and I kind of needed help because I was looking for something. I couldn't find it. But I believe when asking you shall receive, seek and ye shall find. And I was looking, so I was like, maybe I'm just overlooking it. It has to be here. It should be here. And I'm looking and looking and I couldn't find it. But there was like this weird individual. They worked in the store, but I was like, it wasn't even that I was avoiding them. It was more like they were avoiding me. And I kept seeing the body, but the person wouldn't turn their face around for nothing. And I was in like the frozen section, and it was a woman. Like, she had a ponytail, but her body was shaped so weird. Like the butt part, like her butt in the jeans. This is why I don't like jeans. Like, she had the tightest jeans on, but her butt was so tight. Her legs, everything was tight together. Like, it was weird. And then her butt was just shaped so weird. Like, her body was shaped weird. And then, oh my God, I asked for her help. The help. And then I said, oh my goodness. Like, when she turned around, it was a he. Oh my God. It was a man. Oh my goodness. That's so unfair. Oh my goodness. So from behind, he was tricking me. Yes, it looked like a woman, had the ponytail just like this. It wasn't as long, it was a shorter ponytail. And then he had his work clothes on. The top was a work shirt, but the tight jeans. And the way he walked, like, he was swishing like a little woman, but he wasn't a woman. And then I was like, excuse me, he said, what was that? I was like, oh my God. Oh. I was like, ooh, gross. Goodness. And it just sounded ugly. It just sounded so ugly. Like, you sound like a man. I'm sorry. I agree with the president when he agrees that you're no longer allowed. If you were born a male, you need to put that on paper. You were born a woman, that needs to be on paper. I don't think you get to trick people like that. That's unfair, because that would have me mortified. I'm sorry. And I understand how men feel now, because it's not fair. You can't do men like that. Don't do people dirty. So from behind, the guys would have probably been like, that whistle, like, I can't whistle, like, oh, like, yo, look at that. And then turn around, and he wouldn't turn around for nothing, you guys. Just wouldn't even give me the eye contact. And then when he finally did, I'm like, no wonder. Oh my goodness, are you serious right now? No. See, stuff like that I don't stand for. That's not okay. Because this what I don't get. If you're comfortable in what you've done with yourself, why are you hiding it? You were a man and now you became a woman. You were a woman and you became a man. Own your stuff. I used to work with somebody like that, and he said his parents disowned him. But she was born a girl. I know women. Men are so nice to me. I get along with men so well. And it's not because I'm fresh. I'm just friendly and funny, and men love that. They love a bubbly woman. So I get along with men. I don't get along with women. They work my nerves. They're so petty and jealous, and they just annoy me. I don't get along well with women. And if I do have women in my life, I promise you they're older than me or younger than me, but they're never my age. I am so over the women my age. I'm so over them. Like, I don't really have friends that are my age. I don't think. I can't think straight right now, but if it is, it's like a few, but it's not like many. Because women, they're so petty. And I just don't understand, why do you do that to people? Why do you think stuff like that's okay? It's not okay. You don't get to do people like that. If you're say it loud, I'm proud, then why can't you just admit that you're just confused? You don't do that to people. That's not fair. Like, I was born a woman, but I decided to be a man. I was born a man, but I decided to be a woman. I mean, is that that's the voice wrong? But it's true. Like, if you want to be a man, be one. But just tell people, oh, I was born Steven, just so you know. I want to know. She come up in my face with that mess. That's not fair. You guys, that's so unfair. Why would you do people like that? That's dirty. That is so dirty. And something else, I have to say this because it makes me mad. Let me tell you something. You know, when you are like, I'm sorry. Wait, let me get a little anxious here. Barely putting my car in park here. But listen, let me tell you something. When you want so bad for the men out there in this world, to all the trans, that you want so bad to be a woman, right? You know what makes me mad about them? Because you're not a woman. You're not. You get to do the easy part. The hair, the nails, the makeup, and get all zhuzhed up. That's the best part of being a woman. I love putting on makeup. I love putting on nails and taking them off, honey. I love to take them off because I like my nails like this, because I type so fast. So I like my nails like this. Let's just be honest. I'm so thankful my nails are finally growing back, just to get off topic for a second. But of course, my nails look better when they're done. I love French manicures, by the way. But you know, when you doing life, you just gotta, sometimes you gotta take a break. Like I told you, I've been doing my own nails. But back to the story. So I cannot stand. You guys get to choose what part about a woman you want to be. You don't have a reproductive system. Oh my goodness. You have no reproductive part. That gets me sick. You don't know what it's like to be a woman. You tried going through cramps and everything else. You didn't have to carry a baby for 9 months. And you just get to choose, and it's like, oh, you just want to be a woman. No, it's not fair. I want you to hear my plea too. I get that you have your reasoning for wanting to be a man or a woman. That's your business. But you're not a woman. If you have to change all your parts and you don't get to get a reproductive system, meaning you'll never carry a child, you'll never have a menstrual, oh my goodness, you've got it so good. But you're not a woman. I'm sorry. If you guys don't have to do that, you're not a woman. You should, I wish they would give you a reproductive system. I bet you change your mind real quick. You think you want to be a woman. You don't know what it's like. That's why God didn't make you a woman. Because he knew you couldn't handle it. You think, oh my goodness, because you chop off something and then you get to put on hair, you get to put on makeup and nails and the earrings and get all zhuzhed up and put skirts on and heels. That makes you a woman? No, it doesn't. When you have a reproductive system and you have to go through a menstrual, that makes you a woman. And if you don't have to do that, you're not a woman. And that's not fair, you guys. Come on, men. That's not fair. So you get to just choose, and then you say you're a woman. You don't know what we go through. You don't. And you don't want to know. Oh my goodness, they did something so cool, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm passionate about that thing. That makes me mad. Because I want you to sit with us. I want transgenders to sit with us and sit down with women and let's really talk about it. Because you don't get to go through what we go through. You have no idea what women go through every month. And you have no idea. I don't even have an idea. It's because I haven't had children. But my mom has. It's not easy carrying a baby in your belly for 9 months. Oh my goodness. That is hard work. Carrying your lumpy heads around for 9 months and then y'all want to grow up and get nasty with us? You don't understand what that's like. You don't get it. You just don't get it. So I don't want to hear it. That's my argument on the thing. So that stuff like that makes me mad. When I saw that guy, I'm like, okay, you don't get to do that. You know, you be behind him. I'm sure the men be like, yo, look at that butt. You know, look at that booty. And then it's like, yo. When she turned around and she said, excuse me, I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh my God, that's a man. I was like, that's a man. Is that a man? Oh my God. It's a man. It was a whole dude. And he's like, excuse me? Like he didn't really speak English, but he was like, excuse me? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, what is that? What is wrong? And I don't get to make fun of someone because I went in the other store earlier. So the guy was like, he was packing my stuff in the bag and he just started cracking up. And I was like, oh, I didn't know because I was getting my wallet out of my bag. And I look up and he's like, oh my goodness, I'm sorry. He's like, I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh at you, but your voice is so... And I was like, okay, I'm glad you finally... I'm glad you find the humor. And he was just on the floor and I was like, what is he laughing at? And I was like, oh, I should have known. I get that all the time. It doesn't bother me, like, you know, because he didn't say it in there. Sometimes some people say rude stuff and I'll have to put them in their place. It's like, wait a minute now, I'm not your friend. You know, but he was so nice about it. I couldn't get mad at the guy. He was like this so chubby guy. And I'm like, now see, I could make fun of them teeth of yours, but I didn't do that. I didn't do that. So see, it doesn't bother me. I'm not kidding you guys. When someone makes fun of my voice, it doesn't bother me because I know it's different. And people did, like, one lady in our church years ago, because my sister talks the same way I do, you guys. Oh my God. So if you were to call me or her, you wouldn't know if I'm her or she's me or me her or like that. You wouldn't know. She's older than me though, but we sound alike. And because my dad's boss, when he used to call the house, and he's like, oh, I love to hear your girls talk. My dad would tell us that's what his boss would say. One of the jobs he used to work, his boss would always call the house and ask something from my dad, and he's like, oh my goodness, John, I love to hear your daughter speak. I just love hearing talk. Yeah, so that was funny. But anyways, it was so funny because sorry, I lose my train of thought. See, this would happen when you guys talk too much. Would y'all stop talking? Can I say something? Yeah, so listen, I forgot. I don't know what I was talking about, but yeah. That stuff right there burns me up. No, I was just saying thank you, Jesus. See, he brought it back to me, so let me finish my thought. A penny for your thoughts. No, so he was just saying to me... No, because people do that to me. Oh, this sister in my church years ago told me and my sister, she said, I found a way that you guys can learn to stop talking the way you talk. And we're like... who said we want to stop talking this way? And she's like, you don't talk from your diaphragm. I don't know, something she said. We talk through our nose. I don't know what she said, but whatever the case is, I like the way I talk. I remember when I was a little girl, I'm not kidding, I was like, I don't know, I was like maybe 10 or something. Me and my family, we were in the mall, and I saw this black lady, this young lady. She's probably like how the age I am now, and she was walking through the mall and she had that voice. But people, like, just last week when I was I went out to like the city, I was here in the city, and I was in Manhattan or whatever, and the guy was like, oh my goodness, he was like, what is that lady's song back in the days? He was like Filipino or Chinese. He was so nice though. He was cool. And he was like, wait, you sound just like someone. He was meant Michelle. You guys ever heard Michelle? I think her voice is way higher pitched than mine. I don't sound like high pitched, do I? I don't know. It doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. I love her voice too, so it doesn't bother me. She's so cool. I like her. Someday we're going to meet. Don't worry. We're going to meet. All of us ladies that talk like this, someday we're going to meet. My sister talks just like me, so I don't feel bad. Because my name's Larice, first of all, and that's different. I met like 2 Larices in my life, but oh my goodness, I met a Larice in my church. It's so exciting. Yeah, like we had like a women's conference, and when we went to go see the play David and Goliath, oh my goodness, we met going in this restaurant we went to eat at. After the play, we went to a restaurant, and her family was very nice to me. Her aunts, They were her aunts, I think. I don't know. But they invited me to sit with them at the table. So we had the best time ever. They were so nice to me. And we sat at the table together and we just had the best laugh. We talked about everything we loved about the play. We had such a good time. And I met, and she said, wait, your name is Larice? And I said, yeah. She said, I've never met a Larice in my life. I said, really? I've met 2 already. So now she made 3. But the only thing is she spells hers different. The other 2 Larices that I met, they spell it the same way I spell mine. She spells her a little, I think she spells hers Lorice, like Lorice, I think. I forgot. But she did. We said, oh, you spell yours different. But it's so cool. It's pronounced the same way, but spelled differently. And I was like, that's crazy. So yeah, I'm just different anyway, and I love to be different. So like I said, if you guys wear, all the ladies in the world wear pants, I want to wear skirts. So if you all started wearing skirts, I'll probably wear pants. I just love to be different. I don't like to blend in with everybody. And that's the idea of being a child of God. You don't blend in. I'm not supposed to fit in with you guys. I don't want to fit in with you. I just want to be different. And my voice is different and I like it. And if you don't like it, then don't talk to me. And if you don't like it, get off my channel. Bye. Get out of my car. Don't come in. Look, don't come in my car. Don't come in my car. Get out. That's so funny. Just imagine. Don't come in my house. This is my house. And you came here. So if you don't like my voice, then don't listen to it. Oh my goodness. But he didn't say nothing bad. I don't get bothered by that. One lady, when I was in college, oh my goodness, because I had to do so many speeches, you guys, and they would say, oh my, I hated that, because you would literally, whenever I stood up, you'd hear a pin drop. They're like, oh my goodness, she's about to speak. This one girl in my class, she came to me after class, she's like, every time you speak, I get entranced by your voice. And I'm like, oh God. At the time, I was like, what in the world does entranced mean? It's like, I don't know, I think it means like sort of like hypnotized by my voice, she meant. She scared me. I'm like, girl, I don't know where you going with this conversation, but you could take that over there. I didn't know what she meant, but she just meant like, I don't know, it's like my voice is like hypnotizing, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, but I like it. I think it's cute. What do you guys think? I'll drop the comments down below. I'm just kidding. You guys, okay, that's my time. But that's my thing. That's my theory on it. And I don't think it's nice. So I agree with him on that. Like, it's nothing wrong. If that's what you guys want to do, whatever floats your goat and whatever floats your boat, do you. But it's against the will of God, first of all. But again, some people are not saved. So if they're not saved, you can do whatever you want. It's whatever floats your goat or your boat. But what you not gonna do? If I was the president, I would say the same thing. That's what you ain't gonna trick me, and you're not gonna trick them, because I don't believe in no woman tricking no man. I've seen so many people lose their lives just because they weren't honest. Don't do that. If you know that you're a man and you were born that way, just tell the person. And unfortunately, if they don't like you, oh well. I don't blame them. I'm sorry, you can't get mad at people for that. You weren't born that way. God made you that way for a reason. He knew you couldn't handle a reproductive system. That's why he didn't give you one. He knew you wouldn't want a menstrual. That's why he didn't give you one. Oh my goodness. These men would never last a day in our shoes, women. Oh my goodness. They're such babies. You see how our men are when they get sick? It's like the end of the world. The world has come to an end. It's like, oh my goodness. Girl, he's down. I was like, how's your husband doing? Girl, he's down. He's down and out for the next week. Don't tell me he has a cold. Girl, he has a cold. Just a cold. But he's down and out. You know, that's how they are. If they catch the cold, the flu, they're out cold. But we got to stay up and muster through everything. Typical men, that's how they are. But you guys, that's enough. It's my lunchtime. I have to go eat. I went and bought me a bagel. But I'm going to I'm going to have something else. But yeah, I bought a bagel, so I'm going to eat a piece of that first while my food is cooking. I love you guys. See ya. Bye.